Hello, this is Adele and Maddie from Tristar TV, Nashville's Youth and Government Conference.
We're here to tell you the current news from the weekend here at YIG in Nashville, Tennessee.
In Nashville today, we are expecting some inclement weather. Be sure to plan for the worst and have an emergency plan, but hope for the best. Bridgestone Arena has declared itself to be storm ready through the National Weather Service program to protect itself and viewers from the building during tonight's Predators game.
Due to extra measures it's taken to ensure its safety, fans traveling from across the nation to view the game should be protected from the storm.
As of right now, the people running the country are about to take an elongated version of our spring break in the month of April. Congressmen and congresswomen will only be in session for 8 days in April to travel to various districts and to talk to the people concerning their running.
Many citizens are outraged at their unified break, seeing as taxpayers pay about $75.7 million each year to fund the salaries of these people.
Although she technically isn't being paid, Ivanka Trump is now serving under her father's administration. This has been called out as being unfair and unethical, as she doesn't have previous experience in politics. Others have praised her for trying to undertake a political role and getting involved in her father's work.
Although students at YIG have a knack for politics, sports lie in the hearts of many. This March Madness has taken over everyone's interest as the tournament is reaching its final games. South Carolina, Gonzaga, Oregon, and North Carolina are running in the semifinal game on April 1st. The winner of the 2 games that will happen that night will play on the championship on April 3rd.
We'll keep you updated on this year's outcome. In other suspenseful news, 34 people were arrested by the Italian police for attempting to steal the body of Enzo Ferrari, the creator of the Ferrari car line.
They were planning to hold it for ransom and have been preparing this for 2 years. At least 11 other people are still being investigated. They were part of a larger organized crime unit known as Anonima Sequestria, who are kidnapping specialists.
Tennessee has had a problem with kidnapping lately, as there are currently 74 children missing in the state. 65% of the 74 are girls and the rest are boys.
One unfortunate story is of Ava Alejandra Lopez, who went missing in 2015 from Franklin County. She is believed to be with 25-year-old Alvaro Gamez Martinez, who is wanted on 6 counts of aggravated statutory rape. Lately in Nashville, a 15-year-old named Elizabeth Thomas was believed to have been kidnapped by her 50-year-old teacher, Tad Cummins. She disappeared over 2 weeks ago, and her father has recently stated that she left behind her EpiPen, meaning she would not have left willingly without it.
She left her dog, her favorite stuffed animal, and left without telling her best friend, who she talked to every day. Her father believes she did not run away, but was kidnapped, and everything was set up to look as though she went along with her 50-year-old teacher, because she took a few pairs of clothing in her swimsuit. Her phone signal was last detected in Decatur, Alabama.
Although it's common to hear about horrible news, it should also be known that tomorrow marks the 128th anniversary of the opening of the Eiffel Tower, and it is Eiffel Tower Day in France. And now to our reporters who are following controversial bills throughout the conference.
Here on the press corps, we don't really get the chance to sit in committee and see all these bills presented, so we took the liberty of selecting our few favorite bills that we considered to be the most opinionated, the ones that could go either way in pretty much any committee. And we decided to follow them on their legislative process to see how well they were handled and to see if they make it to the governor and eventually pass. So we will follow those throughout their journey. So these 2 gentlemen wrote a bill on the tampon tax, which is a controversial topic. What inspired you to write a bill on this topic?
Well, in my opinion, I believe that people other than those who are affected by certain issues should also be advocates. So in terms of the tampon tax, I feel like it's important for men also to, although they're not directly affected, should advocate for injustices that are placed upon women.
So if these injustices do not directly affect you, how have they affected you in your past life?
In my personal experience, I have 4 sisters. So in our household, we essentially have a period almost perpetually. It seems, and then, so I know that tampons and not other menstrual products should not be regarded as a luxury and are in fact a necessity. And I see that in my everyday life, and I see that in my sister's life.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your bill?
I guess
No.
that's it.
All right, you guys were great. Thank you. She wrote a bill on porous pavement. What is porous pavement?
So porous pavement is basically like a bunch of little rocks glued together, and it has a 15 to 20% void space in it, depending on if it's porous concrete or porous asphalt, which are two different types. And then it can also infiltrate 70 to 80% of rainwater that comes down.
So what inspired you to write a bill on porous pavement and watersheds and algal blooms?
So I took a marine ecology course, and I found out how bad eutrophication was actually, especially in East Tennessee with all of our mountains and our big watersheds in the Tennessee River. Tennessee River leads directly into the Mississippi River, and so it's basically this big problem that's going on, and it can all be stopped in our little areas.
Well, thank you for your time. Do you have anything else to add about your bill?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, porous pavement and asphalt isn't like the funnest topic ever, but I've spent a lot of hours reading about asphalt and asked a lot of people about asphalt, and they look at me kind of weird because it's not the greatest topic, but it's awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
These fine young men wrote a bill about vending machines and how they should be banned from public schools. Can you guys tell us what inspired you to write this?
Yeah, I was buying one of those like sparkling ice drinks. I think it was a cherry from a vending machine at school. I was kind of like, these things kind of suck, and I wanted a different bill to do, and the opportunity kind of presented itself.
So how has vending machines affected you guys personally?
Well, I learned a very staggering number, Mason, about the amount of people in the United States that pass away in general. It's an incredible number. The actual number escapes me. I'm sorry, but I was looking at causes. Suicide, drunk driving, texting and driving, intoxication, drug overdose, horrible things. And I look on this list and I see one thing is not like the other, and it's not at the bottom. It's vending machines. And I was really concerned because I didn't understand why. And I learned that vending machines killed 2.18 people in the United States every year.
2.18 too many.
It's 2. It really truly is. The chances of you getting struck by lightning or attacked by a shark are far less. They're far surpassed by the chances of a vending machine falling on you and fatally killing you.
Let me tell you something. Imagine you're a third grader, you're a little hungry, you're looking for an afternoon snack, maybe a moon pie, maybe
I like
some
moon pies.
Reese's,
I would get a moon pie.
Reese's peanut butter cups, and you step in front of the vending machine, and there's an earthquake, something happens, maybe the vending machine is just like faultily set up. You put in your $2.20 and you're crushed. Last thing you ever saw was the moon pie coming straight at you.
Thank you guys for your time. Any final comments about your bill?
We learned another number. On top of the 2.18 deaths per year from vending machines, there's 240,000 from diabetes, so those two combined to be 240,000 and 2.18 deaths that can be solved from this bill.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mason.
These fine gentlemen did a bill about the hunting of wild hogs. What inspired you guys to write about the hunting of wild hogs?
What inspired me to write it? Well, I was looking for an interesting idea for youth in government that would be a lot different from most of the basic things people do. So I looked up what is a big cause of damage to the Tennessee ecosystem and just property damage, and what popped up was wild hogs.
Wild hogs.
Because they're an invasive species, which means that they're an unnatural species in Tennessee. So because of that, they're a predator too. So they're killing a lot of prey normal predators from here have. So it's just destroying the ecosystem, and then the predators don't have food that we're from Tennessee. And it's like what happened in Florida with the snakeheads and how most rivers ecosystem is just completely destroyed.
So how does this problem affect you personally?
How does this problem affect me personally? Well, Tennessee is known to have one of the highest poverty levels, and this bill will allow all the food that when hogs are hunted and killed, all that meat will go to families in need. With like saying, for example, single mothers with 4 children who can't afford nutritious food, they'll have a good source of protein to give to them, and it'll just help everyone out in Tennessee to have good food and just be better, healthy people.
All right, thank you for your time. Do you have anything else to add about your bill?
Better pass.
Better pass. That's all for today. We'll keep you posted. And as of now, our tampon tax bill has been endorsed by the governor, and the lobbyists are lobbying for the bill about the porous pavement. So that's two good things for our bills that's happened so far. We'll give you more on that at a later date.
And now we go on to a story by Mary Beth and Lincoln about the Mandela effect.
Have you ever had a memory of something being a certain way, and when you look back on it now, it's completely different? If this has happened, you may have experienced the Mandela effect. We interviewed random teens to see how the Mandela effect works in real life. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
No.
How do you think Meyer in Oscar Mayer is spelled?
M-E-Y-E-R.
It's actually spelled M-A-Y-E-R, like mayor. How do you think Berenstein, like the Berenstein Bears, is spelled?
B-E-R-I-N-S-T-E-I-N.
It's actually B-E-R-E-N-S-T-A-N, like Berenstain. It's Berenstain. Yeah. Fill in the blank. Blank, I am your father.
I don't know.
It's like Luke, I am your father. Most people would say, from Star Wars. But it's actually, you never have?
No.
But, okay, people think it's Luke, I am your father. But it's actually, no, I am your father. Okay, last one. Fill in the blank. Blank mirror on the wall. Mirror. It's actually magic mirror on the wall. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
No.
How do you think Meyer in Oscar Mayer is spelled?
M-E-Y-E-R.
It's actually M-A-Y-E-R. How do you think Berenstein, like the Berenstein Bears, is spelled?
B-E-R-E-N-S-T-E-I-N.
It's actually B-E-R-E-N-S-T-A-I-N. Okay. Fill in the blank. Blank, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
It's actually no, I am your father. Last one, fill in the blank. Blank mirror on the wall.
Mirror, mirror.
It's actually magic mirror on the wall. Now you've seen how the Mandela effect works. The Mandela effect phenomenon derived from the death of Nelson Mandela, President of South Africa, from 1994 to 1999. Most people think he died in prison in the 1980s, but he actually died in 2013. Hope you enjoyed our overview of the Mandela effect.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Tristar TV. Hope to see you next time.